Well, good morning. Um, Long time no see. I've been blending in very well to my surroundings. Um, I have probably filmed like 6 vlogs, or like attempted to film 6 vlogs, and none of them have actually seen the light of day. So I'm trying again. We'll see if this one makes it to the internet. It's Dewey's 24-hour readathon. It is 6:49, so the readathon doesn't start for another hour. Yeah. So I guess the problem I've been having is twofold. One, I'm out of practice, which means I'm also out of editing practice, which editing has always been my struggle. Like, it's not that I don't know how to do it. I used to work in television, so, it is what it is. I struggle to want to do it. I do better with vlogs than with, like, sit-down videos, so I don't know. But also, it's been a crazy year. um, I've mentioned it because I have made some vlogs since, but yeah, definitely very pregnant at this point. So I'm 39 weeks and 1 day at this point. My doctor, every time I go in, is astounded that I haven't actually had the baby yet, because baby is sitting like super duper low. So I'm uncomfortable. That might be an understatement, but yeah, so there's been that. Lately, I've really wanted to vlog, because I enjoy vlogging, and I actually, as far as like editing go, I enjoy editing vlogs more than anything. But with all of this pandemic thing, my husband is home all the time. So with both of us here, it's harder to vlog when he's here for some reason. Even though he knows what I'm doing, and like we've been married for like 5 years and I've been vlogging most of that time. It's just different and weird. And half the time when I start to pick up the camera to talk to you guys, he then is like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm not talking to you." So yeah, it does make it a little bit more difficult to like actually vlog. But I'm gonna try today, just because I miss doing this, and who knows what's gonna happen in the next week. I have really no plans for this channel. I always was like, I'm not gonna be one of those people that just like disappears off of YouTube, but clearly I have been. So there's that. But I am, yeah, we'll see. Because I will be off work for 14 weeks once I do have the baby. And I'm sure I'm going to need some things to keep me sane, and keep me feeling like an independent human. So we'll see. And yeah, I've been full work at home now since March. So I took the week of my birthday off. So like the week of like the 10th or the 8th through the 13th or 15th or something like that in March. And shit hit the fan like on my actual birthday. Like the first case was confirmed in our county on my birthday, which my dad likes to make jokes about it, but like I have a history of like ridiculous things happening on my birthday. So wasn't really all that surprised. So yeah, after that I've been full work at home. So I was already working at home like 4 days a week. So it really wasn't that big of a change. But like, I miss other humans and the interactions that I have with other humans. So I would like to get back to interacting with you guys more. Yeah, that's about it. Simon is very hungry, acting like he's never been fed in his life. He doesn't get fed until like 7:30, so he does this every day. But I am going to play a little bit of Animal Crossing and listen to my audiobook, even though the Readathon doesn't actually start for another hour. My plan today, just, to actually talk about books, since that's what we're here for. So my plan today, I definitely want to finish my audiobook, which is The Enchanted April by Elizabeth von Arnon. This is my read for our indie press. This is my read for our indie press project, and I'm pretty close to the end of it, so I am going to listen to this while I play Animal Crossing. So I want to finish this today. And then the physical book that I am reading is this one right here, which is Rules for Visiting, and it is adorable. It is a quick read. It has really short chapters, so I read about 100-something pages of this yesterday. So I foresee finishing this pretty quickly, and then I will see what else I want to pick up. I've been doing something interesting with my TBR that I will show you guys later, but I'm going to stop waffling on and eat my kind bar and drink my water and play a little Animal Crossing. Well, I finished my tea and I finished my audiobook. It was okay. It got better. The beginning was kind of insufferable because everybody was like unhappy and mean, and then it got better. Like, yeah, I don't know. I expected more scenery, like naturey stuff from this, so kind of disappointed in that. What is the cat doing? What are you doing, buddy? Huh? What are you doing, Puff? You want pets? Yeah, you always want pets. You always want pets. Anyways, so 3 stars to this. Now I'm gonna go take a shower. I will show you my bullet journal spread though, on my digital bullet journal, because that's what I was doing the whole time I was listening. So this is my spread. I had a lot of fun drawing and coloring these cherry blossoms in a little vase. And I left a place here for a 3rd book, and then I can like move this around if I need to add another one. But yeah, doing pretty well so far. This is the nursery, in case you guys were wondering. I haven't shown it yet, but I've got a cute little embroidered bear train that my husband's mom did for his, I think his nursery when he was a kid. I got this lovely furniture that matches the crib. It's my little diaper cat that needs to go downstairs, but yeah. And then this lamp, I don't know if you can see it, but it has like stars that it projects. And then like you can turn it just to the stars, or just to the light, or both, or none at all. So that's really cute. I got this little shelf up here. Another little embroidered bear thing. That is from the HRC and actually was in my dorm in college, but it's sort of like prayer flags, and
I like the sentiment, and also like the whole theme is like adventure, nature, travel. As you can see, adventure awaits. Obviously, that stuff's not staying in the crib. Baby will not even be in the crib for a while. Um, and then here's my little mountain wall and my little glider. We have these like pirate adventure curtains, and then this is a blanket that came from my grandmother's house that's got that my great aunt, I think, crocheted. So yeah. And then on this wall's just the closet. Oh, and that is a moon chair, moon pillow. What do they call it? Moon bag? I don't know what that's called. Um, but that's so that my husband can hang out in here with us. So yeah. Also, sorry if you hate feet, but my swollen ass feet. They're like, keep calling them ham feet. This, I don't think you're going to be able to see it very well, but this beautiful quilt was made for us by one of my coworkers. Isn't that sweet? Like, yeah, we have such nice people in our life. I am sufficiently out of breath, though, just from showering and then trying to put lotion on my legs. Like, struggle is real. Belly is so big, she round. I'm so round. Yeah. I'm ready to no longer be pregnant because it's exhausting. I don't hurt as much as I did for a while, so like my round ligament pain has gone away. But yeah, I'm still not particularly comfortable, which I don't think anyone is at 39 weeks. And I'm just super excited to know if baby is a boy or a girl, and if they're gonna have red hair, and all of those things, and to just meet the kid. Like, am I in any way prepared for being a parent? No, I'm not. But, we'll figure it out. So anyways, I'm just gonna sit here and hopefully the swelling in my feet will go down. And I'm going to read some of this, maybe finish it, we'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then once I finish this, I'm not sure what I'm going to pick up next. Because I could go on to my books that are on my May TBR, or I could pick up just something random. This baby. Simon. No, you're too interested in what he's doing. Your little cat belly. I've got my little electric fireplace going over here, which is in the meantime, until we get our actual fireplaces installed, which who knows when that's going to happen at this point. I was playing a little Animal Crossing, trying not to fall asleep on the couch. Yeah. Wow, my kitchen looks like a right mess. There we go. So, the camera, okay. I don't know why this camera sometimes doesn't want to focus on me, but yeah. So I'm gonna make cupcakes. I'm cutting the recipe for Magnolia cupcakes in half, and I'm gonna make Magnolia cupcakes because that's what I want right now. Justin has gone out to get some grocery items that we still need. I should, since it is Dewey's, listen to an audiobook, but honestly, like, the complete silence in this kitchen is beautiful. I feel like I have not had silence in a while. It's weird because it's like even when I'm not in the same room with Justin, or he's in the basement and I'm upstairs in my office, like the house is still not quiet, and so it's been so long, I feel like, since I've had just like a moment to myself. And we're getting ready to have a baby, so those moments are going to get fewer and far between. So yeah, I'm not listening to an audiobook. I'm going to just listen to silence because
That's what I want right now. Well, I realized that I forgot to put the butter out, so it wasn't at room temperature, so I'm letting that try to come at least sort of to room temperature. That I'm not as concerned about as the fact that the eggs were not at room temperature, which I know from experience that goes horribly awry if you don't actually do that when it calls for it. So that takes about 30 minutes. So I set a timer for 30 minutes. I'm going to try to finish this in that time, and then I'll get back to cupcake making. Well, I got so close to finishing it. I have like 10 or 11 pages left, but it's time to go back to making the cupcakes. I know, I probably should just finish it. It's not like the eggs are gonna go bad sitting there for another like 5 minutes, but I am gonna go back and finish the cupcakes first. Well, it is pouring. Crazy. Simon's hiding somewhere because he hates thunder. The cupcakes are in the oven. Take them about 20 minutes to cook. I'm gonna go see if I can find Simon. My little buddy does not like storms. He slunk off somewhere. Who knows? Yeah. Simon! Where you at, buddy? Poor little bud. But I'm gonna go finish the rest of my book after I see if I find him. Well, I finished it, and it was delightful. I got this from, so my way of picking my TBR is like a Bookopoly board, which I'll show you later, and one of the ones that I like landed on this time was Instagram hashtag, and since I needed a comfort read, I checked the hashtag for comfort reads, and this was one of them, and I'd never heard of it, so I got it from Old Town Books, and it was delightful. I really liked it. It was a quick read. It was really like happy, and like it had its deep moments, but also it was just really sweet, and it also had a lot of stuff about like trees and plants and nature, so I was very fond of this. And it was about friendship, and so friendship and nature were the major themes in here, and I really liked it, and self-discovery. I'm rambling. Also, just a note about, like, I've been trying to order books from independent bookstores more often and not support Amazon for books, so especially in the time we are in now where most bookstores, well, where bookstores are just not open, but you can still do online orders. So yes, I got this one from Old Town, and this just arrived from Fable Bookshop in Waco, Texas, which Amy recommended, and I'm excited to open it. This is a an Endorsey box or something like that. It was a really cute idea they had, so it's like sort of like Blind Date with a book, but it's a box. There are 2 paperbacks in here, and I don't know what they are, so I'm very excited to open this. Okay, so I'm gonna open this box from Fabled Bookshop, and I'm very excited about it. Oh, that's really cute. There's like a little, I'll see if this may be difficult because the lighting is so different. Because I'm sitting in front of a window, it's really bright, but it says Staying Alive. It's a little like gardening pick. And there's 2 books. I actually already have this one, so definitely this one is something that's on my TBR, and I'm looking forward to reading it. And then this one looks pretty. I've heard of this one, The Beekeeper's Apprentice, but oh, it's the first of the Mary Russell books, so like Sherlock Holmes. This is interesting. I'm excited about that. And then there's a Fable Bookshop Cafe pencil and a little bingo sheet in there as well. And a feather. Oh, there's feather. There's feather. So that's fun. Actually, there's a couple of feathers. We're talking about feathers. That's fun. So 2 books and then a couple of cute little goodies.
It was exciting. I like surprises. Yeah, so this one will probably end up getting passed along to somebody else and or to my local used bookstore. So, but still, the point was to support a bookstore. And then this one will get added to my TBR. So, fun times. Finished making my cupcakes. I don't know if I said this, but they were the Magnolia cupcake recipe, and they're delicious. So I got a box of books from an indie bookstore, and I got to eat a Magnolia cupcake, so I feel like I'm having like an impromptu New York moment right now, which I miss New York. And I worry about everybody I know there and all the bookstores. Your face is funny. Yeah, but anyways, I also finished my book, so now I have to decide what else I'm gonna read, whether I'm gonna pick up something short, which I might. Like, there's a set of 2 books that are really, really short that I've been thinking about, like, picking up to see if I even really like them, because there's something I picked up on a whim at McKay's. So I might read one of those. I'm gonna go upstairs and take a look at my shelves and see what I might want to read today. Because I got plenty of hours left in the day, and I officially am not reading anything. Like, I finished all of the books that I was in the middle of, which I'm very excited about. Alright, so this is my Bookopoly board, which I have not shared, obviously, because I haven't filmed a video since I even made this. This is different from the Bookopoly that I used to do. The Bookopoly that I used to do was more of like a incentivizing me to read my shelf game where like I collected money for the things that I read. But it wasn't like a board game. And then I saw like a series of different people doing board game type TBR challenges. And I was like, you know what? I can adapt this. And yes, I have seen Becca's Bookopoly. So this is very similar to what she does. Okay. This is very similar to what she does. But yeah, so I just adapted my old board to be more like that and more like a TBR game. And I don't film it or anything like that. I don't put a whole lot of pressure on myself. Like, if I don't finish the books, I don't get rid of them. But it does help me build a TBR, and then I've done a really good job of sticking to my TBRs this month. I'll show you, again, something else. I'm showing you a lot in this video because there's a lot of things you haven't seen that affect my reading life. But I'll show you, like, in my digital bullet journal what I do for my different TBRs. I also post those on Instagram because I'm a lot more active on there. But this month I ended up with 4. I went with 4 to be conservative because baby, and who knows what's going to happen. The prompts that I ended up with were hardcover book, beautiful book, underhyped book, and 2006 and prior backlist. So I had 2 books that I needed to fit into my TBR regardless. First one is our independent press book. So Europa is an independent press book. I have 3 Europa books, but this is the one I really wanted to get to because I've read something else by this author and I liked her writing style. So I thought this was something I would probably get along really well with. So this one is the 2016 and prior backlist. When I say that, I mean I owned it prior to 2016, or 2016 or prior. So this is going to be on there. The next one that I needed to get to is Catherine House, which I won from a Goodreads giveaway. So this is an ARC. It comes out in May. Doesn't actually say when in May on the book, but yeah, so it comes out in May. And I picked this one for Beautiful Book because this is one of the prettiest ARCs I have ever received. It has deckled edges and French flaps, and it's got like embossing. It's gorgeous. So that one is one I want to get to. And I may actually, that may be what I start reading. Just because I really am super interested in that. The next was Underhyped, so I went to my Goodreads shelf and I sorted it by books with the least number of ratings. And I wanted to pick something ideally with less than 100 ratings, so this is the one that I'm going to be reading for that. It's called Singapore Dream and Other Adventures, so it's travel writings by Herman Hesse, who wrote Siddhartha. And I bought this in New York a few years ago, and just like when I read the back of it, I thought, this sounds so interesting. And I kind of forgot about it, and then I would look at it and be like, why did I buy that? Like, I don't know. And then I started reading the translator's preface on this, and I was like, this sounds so interesting. So I'm really excited to get to this one next month. And then the fourth one is These Ghosts Are Family, and a friend of mine just gushed about this on Instagram, and it sounded really good when I was in Knoxville the week of my birthday before shit hit the fan. I saw this in Union Avenue Books and picked it up because I had just been reading her review about it and hearing her gush about it, and there it was. So it seemed like fate. So that's the fourth book that I want to get to. So I'm thinking about picking up one of those just to get started on my May TBR. And I think if I had to choose from these, I would either choose Singapore Dreams or Catherine House. So we will see what I decide to go with. I may read the first chapter of both of those and then decide, man, I'm out of breath. And then I'll show you the other ones that I considered. Which she round, just so we're clear, V pregnant. So these two are two books in, I think there may be more in this series, but they just had really interesting covers and shaped interestingly, and they're from an indie press. So I picked both of these up at my local used bookstore. So I think I might actually read the first one of these just to see if I get along with it at all. I don't even remember what these are about. But yeah, they're really short and seem like it would be conducive to Dewey's. So yeah, these are also an option. So this is what my like bookish spreads look like for each month. So I like draw out the TBR, and then I have like my little thing that I can fill in as I read. And I've been doing that for each month. And so when the books are colored in, that means I finished them. Obviously I didn't finish Emma, but I started it. I've also got all the books, so like sometimes I have books that weren't on my TBR that also got read, and those are over here. So I have the star ratings for all of them. My indie press project stuff, these are the books that I acquire, and then whichever one was my favorite for the month. So that's been going pretty well. It's a nice way to keep track. This is this month. Oryx and Crake was one of my books from my Bookopoly board. It was the Chance one. It's the one that like I pull out of a jar and it's just like, read this book. It's about like a pandemic, so that was always dicey whether I was going to get to that, and I ended up saying no and putting it back on the shelf, so not getting to that one this month. But yeah, there's a sneak peek at my page for next month. Okay, nope. I read like, I don't even know, like 10, 15, yeah, 15 pages. Might have been 20 pages of that. I don't know. This is frickin' weird. So this is not happening. Which means both of these books are going to get unhauled because this is the second one in this series. And like, I know maybe 20 pages isn't that far into it, but it's just like disjointed. It doesn't make any sense. And like weird, strange things are happening. I have no idea. This is just too weird for me. So yeah, we're gonna ditch both of these and pick out something that I will actually enjoy. Just had to deadhead my peony bush, but like This thing is beautiful. It has so many blooms this year. And then we've got the knockout roses and the columbine. This one, so this bush we actually moved, and it has come back with a vengeance this year and looks absolutely amazing. So I'm excited about that. Front garden beds are looking great. Wish I could fill in some of this space, but I can't. We had to clip the holly bushes, so that looks a little dicey, but they are starting to, they have some little sprouts on them, so they'll come back in the summer. I'm not worried about them. Peony petals all over the place. And then over here, a hydrangea bush looks fantastic. And I love that little plant. I don't know what it is. Doris, you might know. But it's gorgeous. Like, the leaves are gorgeous, the flowers are gorgeous. I just love it. And that next to the peony are just, like, this area looks great. Hello, Mr. Cat Nugget. What are you doing? Like how I still have this Christmas poster because we don't have a place for it. Whoops. Well, here I am, back on the couch again. This morning when Justin was looking for me and I wasn't here, he was like, "Where is she?" She lives in there, which is pretty true because I always start my day in here because I have been in the routine for the last month of starting my day with a little Animal Crossing because it's so soothing. And like, when I do that, I don't get on my phone and like look at social media or read news articles, so I end up starting my day off a lot calmer, which is nice. So I'm always in here in the mornings, and I usually wake up sometime between like 5:15 and 7 o'clock, so it runs the gamut. And because my feet are swelling so badly right now, this is one of the few places that I have that I can like put my feet up when I sit down. So yeah, I have basically been living on this couch in the living room for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that, when I am not working or eating. Also, having this little fireplace with its like crackly noises is very pleasing. I'm drinking raspberry leaf tea because, you know, we'll try anything at this point. And I think I have decided that I'm gonna read this one. So it's nonfiction, and the preface by the translator just sells it really well. So, and like they're short essays and things like that. So I think I'm gonna read a couple of the essays from this, and then see how I feel. I might also start Catherine House for some fiction, but we'll see. Right now, though, I'm gonna read a couple of essays in Singapore Dream and continue to play a little bit of Animal Crossing. Also, who doesn't love that face? He's got the cutest little cat face. Yes, he does. Hey. Why do you look alarmed? Hey. Don't sniff my toes. Why? Stop it. Oh, pets. Yes, we always want pets. Your brother's food motivated. You are affection motivated. Oh, such a good boy, Mr. Einstein. Yes, you are. Okay, I guess you can sit there. Still here on the couch, being a slug. Yeah, I've read the first 3 essays in this, and they're kind of interesting. It was written, I think it said in like 1911 or something like that. So there's definitely some like colonialism language that's uncomfortable. So there's that. But it is interesting to see kind of like a picture of what Asia looked like at that time. So reserving judgment at this point. But yeah, so it's the first half of it is essays, and the second, like it's the first, yeah, the first half of it's essays, and the second half of it is poems, and then one short story. So, yeah. I think I'm actually going to start Catherine House now because I want to read some fiction. And that's another book that I need to start for May. So we're going to start this one. I'm tired. I read like 26 pages of Catherine House. It's weird. A little weird so far. Like, very. Like, I have a lot of questions, but I think that's the point. Not sure I love our narrator. She's kind of. I don't know. So far, she's kind of unlikable. So, we'll see. We'll see. But I'm probably going to go upstairs and get ready for bed because I've been up since like 6:30, 6:45, something like that. I don't know. I'm tired and yeah. And I'm calling it a night. Well, good morning. I don't know that I've ever ended a Dewey's 24-hour readathon not at night, but it is 6:57 and I've been awake for about an hour. I did my customary playing Animal Crossing to wake up. Now I am indeed eating a cupcake for breakfast because that's what I wanted, and drinking apple juice and reading a little bit more of Catherine House to close out the readathon. So yeah, weird because it doesn't technically end until 8 o'clock today, but I've slept in the middle of it. It's weird. Anyways, I'll let you know at 8 o'clock how much reading I actually got done. It wasn't 24 hours. Spoiler alert. It's officially 8 o'clock, and I finished 2 books, the ones that I was in the middle of, which was my only real goal. And then I started Singapore Dream and Catherine House, which are both on my May TBR. I'm liking both of those so far. And I read for a total of 6 hours. So, not great, but better than some of the past ones that I've participated in recently. So, yesterday was a nice, relaxing day. And, yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys are having a great day. I don't know when I'll vlog again. But yeah.